Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And it's Saturday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the AEW Collision Event Center. And now, here's the man who's always been on a collision course with his brain half the time, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 1358 of the show. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful night. This is my final video of the night. I'm going to do a combination for Collision and Rampage. I'm going to make my picks and predictions for tomorrow AEW's Dynasty. So hopefully you would tune in for that. So I hope you're tuning in right now, I should say, and watching this video. Alrighty then. Let's talk about the trios matchup. Now, all three, one trios matchup, you had Adam Copeland, the TNT champion, Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Champion, and still your NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Champion, Heavyweight Champion, Eddie Kingston, taking on Top Flight in Action Andretti, and Copeland, Briscoe, and Kingston won the matchup, but then the lights went out. House of Black came on, addressed the three of them about tomorrow night. They basically they vowed to beat him. And then Powerhouse Hobbs took on CJ Esperanza, and we all know Powerhouse Hobbs has won that one easily. While Don Callis is on commentary, and then Don Callis addresses the crowd and dresses, the Blackpool Combat Club, and then he said that the matchup between Moxley and Hobbs and Dynamite will be for the AEW, for the IWGP World Heavyweight Title. That Moxley, who defeated Tetsuya Naito to win that title, he now holds. And then Chris Jericho addresses Hook, and as Hook will defend the FTW title against Chris Jericho. Man, my boxer shorts are riding up on me here. Man, it's crazy, you know what I mean? I see my British Bulldog shirt. I'm the British Bulldog, the next World Wrestling Federation champion. Okay. I'm always better. Alright, hopefully I can do this. I'm almost done anyways. I gotta upload these videos. And then while I'm that, I'll probably get ready for bed. Isn't easy, folks, doing this, you know what I mean? Then the Acclaimed went one-on-one. The Acclaimed in a tag matchup against the Guns. Max Caster probably returning to his rap roots. But it didn't help them win and defeat the Guns. The Guns somehow cheated to win the matchup to defeat the Acclaimed. Now, Lexi Nair interviewed Bryan Danielson. And Bryan Danielson is more than determined to win the matchup against Will Ospreay. Meanwhile, Timeless Tony Storm addresses what happened this past Wednesday night at Dynasty, and or was it last week? And Tony Storm, it says she's more. This past Wednesday night on Dynamite, Tony Storm is determined to teach Thunder Rosa a lesson. Then the bunkhouse brawl happened between Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli of the Blackpool Combat Club against Ring of Honor Television Champion Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. And during the matchup, Powerhouse Hobbs got involved on behalf of the fellow Don Callis family members, but then Jon Moxley goes after Hobbs and ended up winning the matchup. Was the Blackpool Combat Club, and Bryan Danielson said a few words addressing the crowd about tomorrow night's Dynasty. Chris Statlander, Will Nightingale, and Stokely Hathaway addresses Julia Hart. Will Nightingale went as far as calling Julia Hart a biatch, and then Chris Statlander goes World Star, and then instead Stokely Hathaway does the it was funny. It was hilarious. I think Stokely Hathaway's entertained with those two ladies around. He's funny. I like him. Legit Layla Hirsch took on Sky Blue, and this was a heck of a matchup. And then Sky Blue learned a few things from Julia Hart, and defeated legit Layla Hirsch with a Dragon Sleeper. Then the main event for Collision, the trios matchup, the Elite, the Young Bucks, that Matthew Nicholas Jackson teaming up with the AEW Continental Champion, the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada, as they took on Pac and FTR. And Pac and FTR end up winning the matchup after Pac scored the pinfall over Okada. Daniel Garcia got involved after the matchup when the Elite was going to attack Pac and FTR, and Daniel Garcia just fighting everybody off until they stood tall in the end. Meanwhile, on Rampage, Jon Moxley addressed Will Hobbs, and Jon Moxley basically says, I don't care if the title's on the line or not, I'm coming after you. Then a high-flying fatal four-way elimination matchup. Isaiah Cassidy, Lee Johnson versus Commander, and RVD. Big Shy Lee Johnson was the first to go, then Isaiah Cassidy afterwards. Then it was down to between Commander and RVD, and obviously RVD on 420 picked up the victory. And then Japanese wrestling women's action as Yuka Sakazaki took on Emi Sakura, and Sakazaki ended up winning the matchup. Then they have a very special Rampage exclusive. Angelo Parker comes dressed as a Crown. He admitted he lost to Zach Knight on Rampage last week, and he felt like, hey, you know what? There's nothing else to fight for. And he said, I'm about to announce my retirement. And then as he was about to, he was kind of holding back, but then Ruby Soho came out. And Ruby Soho goes, it breaks my heart to say for you, you say that you have nothing to fight for. And Angelo Parker goes, what are you getting at here? And then she goes, and then she announced that she's pregnant. I come to find out that Angelo Parker and Ruby Soho are dating in real life. And this is a legit thing, too. It ain't a storyline. It's a legit thing. Ruby Soho is officially pregnant, folks. Yep, so any guy out there that has a crush on Ruby Soho, you're out of luck, guys. That's the way it is. But other than that, very happy for the happy couple. Congratulations to them. And you know what, though? There's hope for me. I have a crush on Harley Cameron. That way she can leave Angelo Parker and Ruby Soho alone. If I were Saraya, Harley Cameron, and Zack Knight, leave them alone. Leave the lovebirds alone. Let them share the special bliss. Anyways. So, then the main event. The trios matchup for the Undisputed Kingdom. For the trios matchup, not for the Undisputed Kingdom, it's just a regular matchup. The Undisputed Kingdom consists of AEW International Champion Roderick, Do Not Call Me Ned Flanders Strong, and the tag team champions of Ring of Honor, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, as they went up against the team of Kyle O'Reilly, former teammate of Roderick Strong in the Undisputed Era back in the WWE days, Rocky Romero, who found out he's the vice president of AEW, and Matt Menard. And with great teamwork, O'Reilly, Romero, and Menard did pick up the victory. And that is it for Rampage Collision 2020, April 20, 2024 Event Center. But now, I'm going to quickly go and try to make my picks and predictions here for AEW Dynasty, the first one ever. The Trios title, the title versus title, will be on the line as the Bullet Club Gold, the Bang Bang Gang, that would consist of Jay White and the Guns, will put up their Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Champions against the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, who have the AEW Trios Championship, and they're going to put them up so the winning team walks out with all the gold. And I picked the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn to pull that off. Meanwhile, Matt Sydal is going one-on-one with Beretta, and Beretta's going to use his cheating ways. His new attitude will help him beat Matt Sydal. And then another Trios matchup, as the House of Black, that would be Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews going up against a team of, again, the same threesome that you saw Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe hesitated there. And I picked House of Black to win the matchup. Also, I picked Beretta over Seidel because Beretta's going to cheat, and I know House of Black's going to somehow do whatever it takes to win the matchup. And then, Orange Cassidy and Katsuyori Shibata went up against the team of Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. I picked Shane Taylor Productions to win that matchup. FTW title on the line as Hook defends it against Chris Jericho. I expect Hook to retain it. The international title on the line, Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. I'm picking O'Reilly. I'm picking Roderick Strong to win the matchup. Excuse me, because I know Wardlow's going to get involved in this. Then Julia Hart defends her TBS title against Willow Nightingale. I picked Willow Nightingale over Julia Hart. Meanwhile, the Continental title on the line is Okada versus Pac, and defends the title against Pac, and I see Pac winning it because he's probably not going to follow anything that the Young Bucks tell him to do. Speaking of the Young Bucks, Dale battled FTR in a ladder match to determine new champions, and FTR has been doing most of the work around here, I should say, because they've been the ones decorating or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, the women's title is on the line as Timeless Toni Storm, the gorgeous one to me, goes defense title against Thunder Rosa. Toni Storm will retain. Will Ospreay going one-on-one with Bryan Danielson, and I picked Danielson to win that matchup. And then the world title classes. The world title on the line, I should say. Samoa Joe defending it against Swerve, and I picked Swerve to win that matchup. Well, if I messed up on some words, I feel like I am. I do apologize since I'm getting sleepy. So, that's all the time we have on this show. Thank you for tuning in. And hopefully we'll start a new roll of videos next week or something. I don't know. I'll probably play something tomorrow. Anyways, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.